Hi beloved, my name is Mary Bamidele. How are you doing today? This is another video. It's been an amazing experience so far. Oh my god. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful to God that I finally get to share my art on certain issues with you, certain subject matters, and I really do not take this opportunity for granted. Yeah, on today's episode of this, today I'd like to talk about being real. Yeah, people be like, you know it when it's real. The good ones, you know when it's a good one. And we are all good. We all have uniqueness inside of us. But lately, I've been thinking about some things that if you want to be white, be white. If you want to be black, be black. You can't stand in the middle. There are no gray areas. There are no gray lines here. So just stick with the narrative you prefer. When was it Moses now when he asked the Israelites that choose ye this day? Was it Moses? I don't want to mix it together. He asked that part where he came back from the mount and Aaron had ordered, the children of Israel had influenced Aaron, and under pressure he had made them an idol, from their earrings and all. And when Aaron and Moses came back from the mount, it was pissed off. You know that story, you know how it ends. And then Moses kind of like told them to choose a stance. What's your stance? Do you choose God? Do you choose life? Or do you choose death? Like, life and death is before you choose one. Each day we make choices, and the choice we make forms a larger part of our existence and our personality as well. So there's been a lot of fading, like a slow fade, and I'm wondering that like you're not in, you're not out, you're just one leg in, one leg out. So I just like unveil the real you. Growing up in my local church back home, was growing up as if I've been growing up like that. So this pastor shares that come to church, something along the lines of come to church dressed as the real you. We don't want you looking like Sister Maria today on Sunday, and then we see, I'm adding my own adjustment, but basically what it meant was that something along the lines of, we don't want you coming to church on a Sunday and you look like, oh, one of us, sister, brother. And then we see you out there during the week. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, do you want to be a sister or you want to be a baddie? Odd. So choose one. Which narrative, which look are you actually going for? What do you stand for? What do you believe in? What are your non-negotiables? Like, oh, one is always one. 1 + 1 is always 2. I don't like, not really like do's and don'ts, but knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries, and knowing, oh, this is something I'd really like to do. This is something I do so well, but no, it's not my thing. Not because I hate it, not because I despise it, but just because it doesn't come naturally to me. My upbringing wasn't that way. You might be cool with it. We all know that smoking is injurious to the health, right? And some people know that, but they still do it. That's a lifestyle to them. So basically, my point here is unveil the real you. There's no point in being fake. People know it when it's real, right? And when it comes to Christians now, I feel like there's a lot of pretense going on, and everyone is just trying to, step into the flow. Oh, this is what obtains. Okay, let me just join them and be them and be like them and look like them. I mean, this is the life I've always known, so I might as well continue. But in your art of arts, you know that you are no longer with them. You physically, you are there in terms of appearance, outlook, you are there, present. But then along the week, on Sundays, you're that sister, you're that brother. Then during the week now, every other day, it's like you're another person entirely. So I feel it's not done. I feel like it's a disservice to you yourself. And that pastor, my dear pastor, said, Pastor Sam, bless his heart. So he said that it is when you show who you truly are, that's when we'll be able to help you, according to him. Like, show up as your truest self. I feel there's no point pretending. And who are you deceiving? Right? So it bothers me a lot that under the scarves, under the layers, under the tie, there's another old world, there's another personality going on, and then I don't know. I don't want to believe I'm the only one who thinks this way, right? And one other thing I'd like to share about this thing about being real, you can't be on both words, right? There's this picture that was shared one time, the Women Mirror, a magazine in my church. So they kind of like share that just one person, and the person is split into two. A part of the person is churchy, and then the other part is, badass. But I just feel like, no, you can't be out there and also in here. It creates confusion, not just for people, for more of people like that are just growing in the faith. It causes confusion. They'll be like, that sister does it, so does that give me license to do it as well? People who are mature, they might know that, oh no, there are some lines you don't cross. No, she's just doing that. Maybe she does not have the understanding in that regard. And because the general population is doing it, does not make it right. There are some things that, all things are lawful, but there are some things that are not expedient for you. Everyone might be doing something, but that does not mean it is something you should embrace as well. Others may, but I cannot, right? So not just for you being real now, it's okay, let's say you are this way, people already know that, oh, that's the way she is, she's always that way, is always that way, then it's fine, they already know that is you. But then you come in looking like a saint one day, and then we meet you during the week, and it's like, okay, what's going on here? It's fake. It's a lifestyle you do not want to necessarily be a part of. Be real, own up to who you are, even if it is not acceptable to what the society thinks. And at least this is where I need working on. Owning up to your story, owning up to where you are in your Christian journey is one of the realest, most authentic thing you can ever do for yourself as a favor to yourself, because that way you get the help you need, you get the right resources you need. People know that, oh, this is the way she is, then okay, let's approach her from that limelight. But then when you just come out looking like, oh, I'm 100%, I'm all, but inside of you, you know that, no, my heart is clinging to this, I wish I could do that. Inside of me, I don't want to be wearing this, I want to wear that. It's not all that cool. So yeah, I feel like all this fakeness, confusion, there can really be like a limit to it. Like, can't all work together except they agree. Like in the Church of God now, there needs to be agreements. We need to agree on some things. Not like one person is doing that thing, another person is doing the other thing. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? I thought we all agreed that this is the thing we are going to do in terms of modest fashion, in terms of fashion, appearance, the way we talk, our belief system, association, right? I think we all need to the normal thing should be us minding the same thing, be of the same mind on towards another. But then there is a problem when it appears that this person is now onto this ideal, the other person is onto that ideal, and then there is no agreement, there is no cohesion. And how can unity, how can we thrive in unity as brethren? It creates confusion, it creates disunity, disagreement, and it's confusion. Yes, it's a state of confusion, because I don't know, Sister A believes that, oh, this is what obtains for me, Sister B, and it's always that initially we believe the same thing, the same mind, but along the line, caused by whatever, maybe outside influence, and we are influenced on a regular, right? And confusion steps in when we let go of what we believed in and we allow outside opinion to change our mind. Because the majority is doing it, they will now allow that to influence us and let go of what is in our hands. So that's when confusion comes in. I don't know if you catch my drift, right? So we should all be of the same mind. That's when we know that, oh, brethren, fellowshipping together in love and unity, that we know that, oh, we are together, we have the same mind, right? That is Christianity. That's how Christianity thrives. That's how love thrives. Because we know that person will not just one day stand up and go and be like, no, I'm no longer doing this, I'm no longer doing that. It's literally, I don't know, saying breaks my heart is a strong word, but it bothers me a lot to know that on Sunday, it's like we're all together, minding the same thing. Then I've repeated this all over again, but it still amazes me. It amazes me. I feel like we should be one thing, and being one, it all starts from the mind. It all starts from our belief system, right? So I just pray God helps us all, because we live in changing times. Things are changing, mindsets are changing, but one thing should still remain constant, and that's our love for each other and fellowshipping in love and unity and being of the same mind one to another. Let there be agreements, let there be cohesion. Let us decide once and for all, okay, this is what we are going to do. The ancient landmark, this is how we are going to do it. And because every other person is departing from the faith because every other person does not think this is no longer cool, or this is no longer in vogue, this is no longer lit. That does not mean we will all leave it. Like, let's be giving each other updates, because some people will be like, oh, when did we start doing that one? No, it creates a lot of division. Let's be one. Let's agree. Let's come together and air our opinion and be like, okay. And that comes with the place of being original now, and communication lines should always be open. I'm like, okay, I'm having doubts. Let's say you're having doubts in a certain way regarding to maybe a part of fashion or hairdos or lifestyle, whatever it is, and you can just like communicate to the dear sister and the fellowship. I'm like, okay, I'm getting confused about this thing. Please air my mind. Like, am I the only one on this table? Do I think this should no longer obtain? Should I? There are 1001 things that can cause confusion in terms of even our hairdo. Like, there's a lot going on lately, and I mean, we've always believed in natural, looking good and all, but then other things are coming in, other influences are coming in. It all starts from a little this, a little add-on, and then it's getting viral. It's like a viral disease spreading gradually, and it's like the authenticity we've always held on to. It's like we're letting go of it. And it is sad, actually. It is sad. So I feel like we should communicate and not just assume that, oh, they'll catch up. Oh, this is what obtains now. It's deal with it or just look the other way. So we should be of the same mind, not just believing the same scriptures, but owning up to the same thing in terms of lifestyle, right? The thing we've always believed in time past, because the world is changing, because the world around us is revolving, constantly revolving, does not mean we also should let go of. And the thing about this present world is that, well, I don't really know much about the world, but from little I've observed is that nothing trends for long, okay? When they tell you that, oh, this is what is in trend now, the next week another thing is already in trend. So you just have to know your stance, know what you believe in, know your non-negotiables, okay? And have a mind of your own. Don't be constantly changed by the opinions of this present world. I hope you catch my drift, really, because it's like my thoughts are all over the place, disjointed a bit, but it is what it is. And I pray that God breathe more on this. The Holy Spirit grants you more clarity in everything I've said, cause there's a lot going on. And I feel like we are letting go. I'm talking about modest Christians now. It's like we are letting go of our originality. We are letting go of what makes us unique, what makes us stand out from the crowd, and we are trying to blend in with the crowd instead of standing out. And it's sad. It's sad because everybody is doing it does not mean you have to. All along you believed in one thing, but because one person wants to start in the fellowship or one brother in the fellowship suddenly goes the other way, and be like, well, that person is doing it, might as well do it as well. I mean, if that person is doing it, my choir master one time told me something, and be like, he saw something in me, and it was like, I hope you're not doing this thing because everybody is doing it. And I kind of like had to revisit my mind. I'm like, okay, Maria, why are you doing this thing? So it all starts from the mind, and your intention is what matters. What you do currently, what you wear, your hairdos, the music you listen to, what influences it? Is it from a desire to want to blend in with the crowd, or your taste suddenly changed overnight? Nothing happens by chance. So we need to weigh our intentions. And also, it is if people be like, do what makes you happy, but at the end of the day, you can't. You absolutely do what makes you happy, but then shouldn't be at the expense of confusing another brother in the fold or another sister in the fold. And it's like there's a division, mixed multitude, and you're a part of them, but it's like you're the mixed multitude. So just own up to one thing, believe one thing, stand for one thing, single-minded concentration. Like, if you are doing it, do it. If you are not doing it, just step out completely. If you want to be in, stay in. And if you want to stay out, and if you want to go out, then go out. I feel like, and half of the time people be like, no, once I step out, that means I've already backslided, and that's what is keeping you here. Well, God needs to work on us all. We are all a work in progress, but then we have to just like own up to where we are, so we can receive the help we need from God. The Holy Spirit is willing to help us get out of any rut we placed ourselves in, but we have to own up to it ourselves, and know that, no, I once believed in this thing. I saw it as the truth. So what happened to me overnight? How did I have a change of mind? Is it the woke society? Is it the changing norms of the society? Or one thing I know, Sha, is that the Bible does not change. So it is either we are the one changing, or what we believed in has changed, or we are moving with the wrong crowd. So whatever it is, there's a lot we need to work on as modest Christians. There's a lot that needs working on. Okay, so be of one mind one towards another. Let's know that we are together here, and it's not looking like, oh, one person is looking like this and that person is looking like that, and one dear sister or one upcoming brother in the faith is like, hey, I don't know what's going on, which team should I belong to, which one should I join, because it's like there's a division. I feel like it's not all that cool, and I pray God helps us all. So yeah, there. I'm trusting God that even more than what I've said, that God would breathe more light on it in your heart, and I hope you catch my drift. So I'll just stop here for now. I'm a little bit tired, but yeah, I hope it blesses you regardless. So may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all and forevermore. Don't forget to like this video if you truly liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, share with your loved ones, and please be of one mind one towards another. Let's be of one mind, right? Let's communication lines always be open. If you are confused about something, maybe in terms of your fashion, your appearance, or even basic thing like your hairdo, yeah, communicate, and always weigh your intention. What is the driving motive behind this thing? Why am I doing it? Be true to yourself, be authentic to yourself, okay? I hope you never lose your wonder, and as modest Christians, modest sisters, I hope you never lose your wonder. I hope you never lose that thing that makes you unique. I hope you don't follow the wrong crowd. I hope you don't jump on a trend because everybody appears to be on it, like even the leaders are doing it. I hope that's not what drives you to change certain aspect about you. You are amazing just the way you are. And I hope you see that amazing quality about you. I hope you see that distinguishing factor that sets you out from the crowd, and you don't desire to want to be a part of the crowd you should stand out from. I pray God bless you and God keep you. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye. And one more thing, if you've not checked out the previous videos, you can, if you're on Instagram watching this right now, you can go through the previous videos. I hope it bless you as well. If you're on YouTube, please go through the previous videos. I will bless you as well. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, live, love, laugh, be happy, trust God, and calm down. Okay? Bye.